Good morning and welcome to another Shape Up in the Circle. It is a wonderful Sunday, but it is raining outside, so we had a backup plan to come inside for you today. We have Michael here. He's going to be doing some chair exercises while I'm speaking, in case you weren't prepared yet. In the YouTube clip or on the YouTube page, it does show what you need for today. So you just need a chair without arms and 2 cans or 2 weights of equal weight. So either 2 cans of soup, or if you're feeling rambunctious, something heavier, just make sure it's equal weight. And you can feel free to get that while we're talking. We've got about a minute and a half, and then we'll get started for you. My name's David. I'm with University Circle Incorporated. Just as a reminder, again, we're be giving out a $50 gift card to a lucky participant watching at home. A bit later, as you watch the stream, you'll see a prize code show up on your screen, and you can enter that prize code at universitycircle.org/shapeup anytime during this workout or a half hour after it ends, and you can enter to win to select 4 different gift cards from either Rascal House Pizza, Kenko Sushi, La Batro, or any other Zach Roll restaurant or Cleveland Clothing Company, all University Circle businesses, and we're happy to support them this weekend. We're coming to you live today from the Transplant House of Cleveland, and here with us is the Executive Director of the Transplant House, Elaine Turley, who is going to talk a little bit more about what they do. Elaine, over to you.
Thank you, David. I'm so excited to be here with David and Mike, who are going to address things that are near and dear to my heart, health and fitness. But before we get started with Mike, I want to let everyone who doesn't know us know that we provide temporary housing and then an array of support programs to organ transplant candidates, patients, recipients, and their caregivers, which are usually their family members. We have 25 fully furnished apartments here on site in University Circle in 2 different buildings. This morning, we're gathered in our community space, which is quite a lovely place for our support programs, which have been on hiatus for about 2 months now for obvious reasons. David asked me how this virus has impacted us. Like all organizations, for-profit or nonprofit, it hits us financially. But the thing that makes it really very difficult for us is we created Transplant House to bring people together because we're witness to the healing power of community and how important it is for everyone. And we can't gather together right now. So we're so grateful for people like David who have the tech savvy to bring us together in this way. And I would also say the second thing that's very hard here is knowing that caregivers are not able to get into the hospital to see their loved one, even during and right after an organ transplant. Again, for reasons we understand, but nonetheless, it's heart-wrenching. But we are playing it safe here. Normally, we are wearing masks. Today, the 3 of us are staying 6 feet apart, and I'm going to step off camera so Mike can get started in motivating you all to do what you can do from your homes and apartments. Thank you.
All right, and Mike is going to come back into frame right now. He's going to get set up. If you don't have your 2 cans of soup, make sure you grab them. And without further ado, I'm going to turn things right back over to Mike.
Thank you, David, and thank you for that wonderful house. First time I became familiar with the Transplant House is, very impressed. Good job with you guys. And also thanks to UCI, University Circle Inc., and Shape Up on the Circle, which today we're shaping up in the Transplant House. But what I want to do today is talk a little bit about how to get a workout by using just a chair. And The thing that I want everyone to understand is, unless you're in a wheelchair or are not able to walk, you have to get to the chair in order to sit down. And then when you finish with today's class, or when you are doing your daily activities, when you're leaving or entering your room or your kitchen or wherever you are to sit down, you have to stand up and you have to sit down. So every time you stand up and you sit down, you're doing what we talk about as a chair squat. And that's an exercise. So if you think about being a little bit of an OCD minded person, and that you tell yourself, before I sit down to eat every day, I'm going to sit down and stand up 5 times. Because I can't sit down and start eating until I do this 5 times, maybe 10. If you want to sit down and stand up, and you want to make sure that when you do your standing and sitting, keep your knees behind your toes, press your body weight into your heels, and you bring yourself up and you bring yourself down. You don't want to stand up like this, and you don't want to sit down like this. You want to keep your shoulders back and down so that when you stand and sit, you're feeling your weight going into your into your heels. So a very important part of your posture is keeping your shoulders back, keeping your shoulders down. Think about that all the time, not just during this 30 minutes. So that being said, chair squat, remember, what I also want to do is start with all of the different joints in our body, see if we can get a routine going with each one of those joints. And we're going to start at the bottom of the body with the ankles. So if you were to take your feet out, legs are straight, not locked at the knees, and then in fact, slight bend in the knees. And if you were to press your toes down to the floor, you're going to feel a stretching in the shin, and you're going to feel a contraction in the back of your lower leg, your calves. So if you just lift and lower your toes, if you try not to touch the floor, you just press down without touching, feel that contraction as you lift in the front, contraction in the back. Shins contract, calves contract. And if you think about what we're doing, we're making the ankle joint move, we're making our foot move. Why do we do that? What can you think about making your body move like this? It's called walking. So every time you walk, you got to lift your toes and then you lift your heels. And that's what we're going to do next. We're going to start to go lift the heels and lift the toes. Lift the heels, lift the toes. Bring the heels up, bring the heels down. So now you feel the calves contracting more when the heels come up. And then you feel the shins when the toes come up. And if you want to get into a little bit of use your brain, let's try if we can alternate the feet. So the heel comes up while the toe, other foot, up and up, up and up. We're going to do this intermittently. We could be doing this for a time period, 30, 45, 60 seconds. The thing I like about doing time is you're working at your pace. You could, if you're working on your own, you could keep those toes and heels moving up and down. You could do, I'm going to do 25 of these, 10 of these, 15, whatever your body tells you it's capable of doing. But you want to feel like you're making your body move through that joint more than it would normally move. So if I were walking, it's doubtful that I would get this much of a lift, but you'd be surprised at how much flexion occurs in those ankles when you're doing a walk. What you don't want to do is shuffle. Okay, so we don't want to walk like this. You want to walk by bringing the toes up and then the heels up. All right? So shins and calves, there's one. That's your ankle joint. Let's move up to the knees. What muscles make us move at the knee? Well, there's the front and the back of the thigh. So if you extend the leg out like this, that's your quadricep, front of your thigh. You bring your foot back like this, that's your hamstring. If it's harder to do this than this, given the fact that we're sitting, so gravity helps this process, but if you bring that heel back a little bit more past your knee as you bring it back, you'll feel the contraction in your hamstring more. Depending on the type of chair that you have, this one has no beam below, so I can sit here. By the way, you want to get your hips right near the edge of the chair. Do not use the back of the chair. You're not allowed to do that. All right? Shoulders are back and down. If I extend the, let's start with that left leg. I come up and I come down. I don't just drop it. I come back. So I'm lifting and lowering. This one we're going to do for 45 seconds. I want you to really feel that muscle work, extend and contract. Quad, hamstring. You want to get a full extension through the leg. The other thing you want to really concentrate on when you're doing exercise, really strive to get full range of motion through the joint. So if I stop here and just go like this, I'm not letting that muscle move my leg as much as it's designed to move it. So extend your leg all the way up, bring it back down. Quad, hamstring. Now that we're doing this as a virtual group, some of you may be moving quicker, some of you may be moving slower, but we're all going to work for 45 seconds, which was that. And then if you switch, we go to that right leg, you're going to decide how much you feel that muscle contracting and how much fatigue you feel as you move down and up. So exhale, inhale, don't slouch, keep the shoulders back and down, head is back. Now the other thing, if you lift that leg up a little higher, bring that knee a little bit higher, you're going to feel a little bit more work going on. And if you avoid momentum, if you want to go faster, good, that's great. Just don't swing your leg because then you're getting momentum and that's not letting you feel the muscles work as much as they should be. So no momentum, shoulders back and down, breathing below your navel, feeling that muscle working. This is where you should be feeling it the most, right in front of your thigh. And there's your 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Okay, those are the knees. If we move up to the hip, let's go back to that left leg and make it straight with the heel down. If all we do is lift and lower. Now, this muscle that we just worked to move through the knee, that's working to keep your leg straight. So that muscle's still working a bit, but the mover, the muscle that's making your leg move, is right in here, your hip flexor. And so you're going to feel, again, the higher you lift the leg, the more you feel your hip flexor. And if you try to keep your heel from touching, you're going to cause more muscle work because the weight of your leg stays fixed on that hip flexor. You can drop your heel down if you want, but that gives you a little bit of a break when you drop to the floor. Good job, Miss Switch. Now, if you are not sitting at the edge of your chair, your thigh is on the chair, it's going to be hard to do this. So that's why you want to be near the edge, up and down, lift and lower. Feel the hip flexor. You don't have to flex your foot because now that's the ankle. Remember, if you want to make it a multitask for your body, you could point and flex. That means you're working hip flexor to move the leg, and you're moving your foot through the ankle with your shin and your calf. So you could do that. If you relax the foot, you're going to feel a little bit more concentration on the upper leg. So you just work that for 60, 45 seconds. And relax. Good job. Anytime you may need water, you grab some water. We're going to shift now. Again, the shoulders are back and down. We're going to go into the core, to the waist. What I want you to do, without feeling your hips move on the chair, just turn your torso one way, turn your torso the other. Now, here's what I want you to understand. A lot of people think they're moving to here because they see there and there. And if you look at what I'm doing, that's my neck. I'm moving my head, not the torso. So you want to feel these muscles work. The more range of movement you get, the more you're going to feel those muscles working. These are called your obliques. It's in your core area, your abdominal area. And you're breathing. and your shoulders are backing down, and you are thinking, oh, I can feel that. Okay? Obliques, that's what we just did. Take those feet a little wider, and you keep the head back and the shoulders backing down. Now, if we take our body and we just take a bow, feel the contraction in the abs, and bring it back up. Exhale down, inhale back up. You're feeling your abs work here, above the navel mostly. You're also feeling your lower back stretching as you bring your body down. You might want to bring your head, your elbows between your knees as you drop down. Try to get your body down to your challenge point. Try not to arch. Don't look at the floor. Look forward. And keep that head in line with your spine. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you release. This is your abdominals above the navel. You could be using those weights as you want, if you wanted to with this as well. Let's shift from above the navel to below the navel. We sit back and extend those legs out, and you lean back, but you don't touch the back of the chair. Lift the leg, or lift both legs. Now again, your butt needs to be near the edge of the chair, and as you lift and lower, as you're leaning back, you should be feeling this again above, but for sure below your navel. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Let go of the chair if you want to work on balance and a little bit more challenge. But exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One leg, alternate. Heel can be on the floor if you need to, or you can keep the feet off the floor. Feel like one of those backstrokes in the pool. And relax. Okay, should be. Rid of my little weights here. Beans and pumpkin. Okay, bring your arms up. We're going to work the shoulders here. I want you to just hold those arms with the elbows shoulder height. Keep your shoulders backing down. And we're just going to lower down and lift it up. Lower it down and lift it up. So as we start to move to the upper body, you might be thinking, this isn't this is too easy. I want to do more. So if you want to do more, you could add a little bit of a leg movement. You can keep that leg straight if you want. You can just lift through the knee. You keep the weights higher instead of coming down and up. You keep going for 15 more seconds. You could be staying here, just working from shoulder to like forehead. You feel that shoulder working. Okay? Keeping the weights shifting so that the weights are together in front of your body. Again, very important. Keep those shoulders back and down. You don't want to be lifting the shoulders with this. Just bring the arms up, elbows to the shoulders, and bring them down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you release. Bring it up. Bring it down. So because we're on the chair, you want to have your legs apart so you can get the weights between your thighs. And then if you want to keep your legs here, well, then you're going to work it a little more challenge if you stay up. You should be feeling this in the front of your shoulder. 15 more seconds. This is the front. When we were here, that was the middle, top center of the shoulder. This is the front of the shoulder. And again, you could be down and up, or you can just stay right here. Okay. Take a teeny breather, get some water if you need it. We're going to shift to the back of the shoulder. So we have three parts of our deltoid muscle, shoulder muscle. You have the center, medial, and then you've got the anterior front, and then there's the posterior back. And all of them are separate. And they do different parts of movement for our shoulders, our arms, I should say. So with the back shoulder, if you keep those shoulders back and down, and you take a bow, again, legs a little bit apart, and your arms are hanging down right below the shoulder. You're going to lift up and lower down. And you're just going to come up and down. And I want you to really focus on how you feel this. If you're feeling this in the middle, top middle of your shoulder, then what you're doing is sitting up a little too high. And you're working the middle top. You bring yourself down more, you're going to feel the back of your shoulder. Exhale up, inhale down. Head stays in line with the spine. Try to get in the habit of always thinking about a neutral spine. If I arch or if I curl my spine, I'm not helping myself when I try to stay with good posture and relax. So shoulders back, shoulders down, all the time. Rotator cuff. So we're here, like a robot kind of thing. We're just gonna go out and in. Now be careful on this. I don't want you to try to go way out, and I don't want you to bring your elbows away from your body. You're rotating through the shoulder. Your elbows are staying connected to the side of your body, your outer back. You just roll, you go out and bring it back in. Where are your shoulders at? Can you feel movement through the middle back? The rotator cuff. Be sure to let David know how you like these classes because we like them and we want to keep doing this for you. All right, we're going to go to biceps and triceps. So we're going to just you sit there at the edge of the chair again. Lean a teeny bit forward, not a lot, just a teeny bit forward. And as you lift up, you bring those weights to the shoulders and down. Here, we are using the bicep to move through the elbow. We use the shoulder to move through the shoulder, the deltoid, but now we don't want to be moving through the shoulder. You want to keep that elbow under the shoulder, and if this is too light, you can always bring those arms out a little bit, farther away from your body, as long as you keep the shoulder fixed. This makes it feel a little bit more intense. You can come all the way up to parallel with the floor if you want. And you feel the intensity increase as you bring the arms up and away from your body. And you find your level. If you then just lean forward a little bit more, we're going to bring those elbows in and up. Now you got to be sure you don't knock the back of your chair off here, but you're going to extend out and in, out and in. This is the tricep. This is what makes the arm go out. So when you extend your arm out into a straight position or straight at the elbow, that's your tricep working. When you bring those hands to your shoulder, that's your bicep. Keep the shoulders back and down. Feel the tricep working. And again, full extension. If you stop before you extend, you're not going to get the same benefit. So fully extend that arm. Exhale, inhale. Focus on it, feel it. Be sure you understand your body. Be sure you know that your body is moving and the muscles that you want to work are working. Okay. I'm going to do one of my favorite exercises called the Shoulder Shrug. And I'm really amazing at it because all it entails is with the shoulders and lower them down. Now you're working your upper back. Again, try to think about the shoulders standing in line here. You don't want to roll forward or back. You just go straight up, straight down. I got to be an expert at this when I was in grade school because I was constantly responding to my teachers whenever they would ask me a question. So what is the square root of pi? I don't know. How about what is the capital of Georgia? I don't know. So I got to be so good at this that once I became an instructor, it was like, dude, I got these shrugs down. Let's work them. Feel it. So I call it the I don't know shrug. Okay, good. That's your upper back. That's the muscle that you want to relax so that you're not feeling like this every day. The muscles tensed in a position where they're even slightly contracted. We're going to do another back exercise, shifting to the middle back. And that's when we're just going to put your waist on or just in front of your knees. And what I want you to do is pull back so that your elbows come past behind your back, under your shoulders. And you're going to pull and relax. Pull. Now we're not coming forward and bringing the shoulders forward. You're staying backing down, contracting, and back. And feel your chest stretch as you pull and relax. Contract and relax. Getting close. By the way, we precluded or chose not to do a warm-up and a cool-down because we're good at this. We can do this. But stretching is a very important thing. So we'll do a teeny bit of stretching after this, just to make sure you know that stretching is also good for you, and that you can do every day. But we're working the back and relaxing. Okay. Remember, you're always drinking water. We didn't do the chest because the chest work is going forward like so. And we can do the chest if we're standing and doing a chair, a push-up on the chair, a push-up on the wall, a push-up on the floor if you're so inclined. But we missed the chest today because we're on our stretch time. I want you to take your left foot forward with your heel down and your toes up. I want you to keep your shoulders back and down. And I want you to just lean as you hinge at the hip and feel the stretch in the back of your thigh. Your leg is straight at the knee, but you do not want to lock out your knee. So it's straight but not locked. And you just drop down. Your hands are on the opposite leg, press into the right thigh as you stretch your left hamstring. Also feel the lower back stretch. And hinge back up and switch your legs. Extend that right leg. Go up and down. Keep the head in line with the spine. Because when you have your shoulders back and down and your head in line with your spine, you're feeling a much better stretch. You hold this for 15, 30, 60 seconds, and you make your body work as much as you can. Let's do a lift with the arms. Nice deep breath. Keep the shoulders back and down. And I'm going to reach. And then what we're going to do is take your left arm and just stretch to the right side. So you're leaning, you're stretching the outer back, hinging at the waist, and your cheeks are still on the seat equally. And you come back up, take a deep breath, and into the other side. Bring it back. Take another deep breath as you reach up high. Keep those shoulders back and down. Put your palms together and inhale as you bring the arms down. Feel your shoulders coming down. Feel your shoulders moving back. Wrap the arms, drop your chin. Now relax through the upper back. Stretch it. Exhale. And namaste. You guys are awesome. I hope you enjoyed the Sunday chair exercises. Be sure to keep track of UCI and the Shape Up the Circle for other videos that may be available. And these are posted on YouTube, I believe, so that you can view them at your leisure in the future. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for tuning in today. Today's code was transplant, so that is your prize code if you'd like to enter to win the gift card. Go to universitycircle.org/shapeup. All of our videos